Hello, boils and ghouls. Welcome to episode 239 of Dads From The Crypt. My name is Jason. I'll be your host this evening. Joining me is Mondo.
Hello.
Hello. And returning to the show is friend of the pod, Anastasia Washington.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, welcome back. I was
Thanks for
trying to
having me.
remember which episodes you were on. I know it was Event
Event
Horizon.
Horizon.
Was there not? I know there's at least one more. I'm looking for the other one. I know this is great.
Jason came prepared.
I know. It was back in the Riverside days, so who the hell knows? It was for a Black Mirror episode. That's why.
Oh, yes. I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Well, Black Mirror is the one series we had to stop doing because we were like, we're too depressed.
And in horror, it's hard to depress us, isn't it? But it isn't. But also it isn't.
Yes. Tonight we're talking about a very uplifting film called Obsession.
I felt very uplifted by it. I don't know.
Yeah. It's real, get a pep in your step as you come out of the theater.
Absolutely.
I mean, I do. Anytime I enjoy a movie, even when it's depressing, I always walk out of the theater feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on why it's depressing. Certain depressing ones, you're like, yeah. And then certain times you're like, yeah, that was a good movie. It really, and I've seen quite a few lately that made me feel that way. And then I've seen quite a few where I was like, no, I'm just depressed because it was bad.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's true.
Psycho Killer, I'm looking at you. What's having a rough?
I'm looking at chocolate, spoonful of chocolate. I'm just gonna say that right there.
Man, I heard the same thing, and I was pretty stoked for that one. My buddy texted me, goes, "Do not go to the theater for that." I was like, "Damn it!"
No, absolutely not.
Wait for there to be some consensus. If I'm not sure, I usually wait for home, unless it's like something really buzzy.
I mean, I guess I was just like, I love to go to the movies by myself. That's just, I'm that chick. Right. It's like your time. Right. And then like a lot of people always say stuff. And as I'm walking into the theater for a spoonful of chocolate, these guys are like, are you like waiting for your boyfriend? I was like, no.
Ew.
And then I was like, wait, is this not The Devil Wears Prada? Oh my God. But
there's no Devil in Devil Wears Prada.
Exactly. This is stupid. But I guess I felt like that one was going to be worth it because I, obviously RZA. And I was like, okay, yeah. But then I forget the Quentin Tarantino influence is very strong, extremely strong. And it's interesting how it is. Yeah. It just came out maybe 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks ago. Because I was gonna go see it. I was gonna see it in the theater. My buddy's like, "Yeah, don't just wait. Wait till you can stream it. If you're gonna watch it, don't."
I wouldn't.
He kind of does the same thing as if you're gonna go out your way to see it, stream it, but don't. Yeah. And I was just hoping for a Ghost Dog style soundtrack from the RZA, and like that would have made me happy. But I heard this. He said even the soundtrack wasn't good, and I'm like, how does RZA make a bad soundtrack for his movie? But...
Well, he doesn't make any music in it.
There you go.
That's a movie that they need to do another one of is Ghost Dog.
Yeah.
Very underrated. Very underrated. Or I say underappreciated, maybe not underrated. Yeah. People have seen it. Everyone that sees it loves it or enjoys it, but very underappreciated.
For sure.
All right, a little housekeeping. The last 2 weeks we've done live streams of Tales from the Crypt episodes, and they've had a great time doing them. We just haven't. Well, we weren't able to get one together this week. I have a really good idea for one next week, so be on the lookout for that. And just because they were done live doesn't mean you can't watch them or listen to them. So you can go ahead and whenever you're finding us here, you can watch or listen to those and sync up with the audio or the Shudder stream of Tales from the Crypt. Hope everyone's enjoying that.
If you haven't seen the first one we did, John Kassir was a treat to be on there, and all the great stories he told. So
I'm sure, and he was just at Overlook doing the parade and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm into 3D printing right now because I have 3D printers at work, and I'll send you guys a video of it. But anyway. So this guy I have a crush on, whatever. Maybe we're seeing each other. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway,
maybe an obsession.
No, definitely not. I would never have enough emotion for that. But just like me is a Crypt Keeper fan. And I used to tell people on the playground that I was going to marry them. I was going to marry the Crypt Keeper or Skeletor. So it's a true love. But I made him a 3D printed him a grinder for his weed. That is the Crypt Keeper, and so you take the top half of his head off, and then you grind it in there, and it says Crypt Grinder. I'm really proud of my work, you guys.
I need that.
I want to see this.
Yeah.
This is so awesome.
Thank you. It's like my 4th design and my first grinder, but I think I'm good at grinders. There's stuff I will do differently for sure next time. But
I would definitely I'm going to see this and then end up buying a 3D printer is what's going to happen.
Or I could just 3D print one and design one for you.
Oh my god, I'm into it.
Speaking of Skeletor, though, I'm so excited for the new He-Man movie.
I am so excited, and I am so sad that I am excited about Jared Leto again.
I'm just forgetting that. I'm just putting that out of my head.
Me too, because everyone's like,
"He sounds terrible" from what they showed in the trailer.
Oh, he sounds great. I'm so sorry. He sounds great. He looks great. I'm hot for it. I don't want to see it with anybody. People are like, "Do you want to?" I was like, "Don't go to a theater with me in it. Just leave." I'm gonna buy 5 popcorn buckets and be alone.
I just want to take a big gummy and go and just be like off the moon.
Dude, I'm gonna be high on a gummy, like so high and giggling like a schoolgirl and screaming like at a New Kids concert.
I'm almost worried it's gonna be too good. Like the originals, and I don't think the original's a bad movie, but I think the cheesiness is like it's such its charm. But I'm pretty stoked for it too. Like I'm looking forward to this.
I like that your fear is that it's gonna be too good.
Yeah. Like the original one's just so cheesy, but I'll still stand by the original and still being a good movie. Actually,
you're talking about the live action one.
Yes.
I love that movie. We should do a watch along or something.
It's a nostalgia. Like it's just like so special. And I mean, I think I even like I might not be in a popular opinion, and I also was high, so let's just say it. But like, I had so much fun with the Mortal Kombat movie. I was just like screaming, Mortal Kombat. I did have an issue with the ending, but that's okay. I rationalized it, away.
My complaint in the Mortal Kombat movie was everyone's complaining about how much fan service it was. I'm like, I want more fan service. Give me even more. Like,
yeah. Why would I complain about them serving me?
So I was playing Mortal Kombat 1 the other day because I've said this before in the podcast. I like to get high, and then I play Mortal Kombat 1 until I start feeling bad for the characters. Because I'll get to this point where I just start feeling bad about what I'm doing to people. Like,
why? That's I miss
friendship. Bring back friendships. So that when I'm high, I can just do friendships.
I was hoping they would do one or something like that.
But I had a point to this. I don't know. I had a point. Doesn't really matter though.
The point is Mortal Kombat is awesome, and I just got a PS5, so that's the point.
The fatalities look better in the game than they do in the movie, and I wish they used more practical effects as opposed to CGI.
Right.
But I think that's kind of a general consensus.
I wish there were more fatalities and just like more chaos.
But I will say that the CGI is okay for me because it is supposed to be a video game. Therefore, like,
I get that.
Digitization doesn't bother me as much. It's like, but if we're gonna make all these video games into movies, I have a suggestion, and like maybe like nobody cares, but I think Booger Man should become a live action film.
That takes me back.
And maybe whoever keeps outbidding me on the different console games of Booger Man should die a little bit. Just saying. Don't come in the last second.
Well, offline, let us know what console, because it's only for Genesis, right?
It is. Well, no. So there was another. So I have been betting on the Genesis one, but there's another one, and I found it on Shop Goodwill, and in the last 15 seconds, this guy sniggle snacked me, and I don't.
Yeah.
It's Booger Man. That's sacred to me. That's
sacred. June 5th and 6th, the Southern California Retro Gaming Convention is coming to the Pasadena Civic Auditorium.
Ooh.
That's so dangerous, dude.
I know. I recently dusted off my Rock Band 4, my guitars, but the online store is down for like permanently. It's closed, so we can't get any new songs. So I'm like, should I just get a PS3 and just buy?
Can I help you pivot here a little bit?
What?
There's for the PC, someone released a full fan made version called Clone Hero, and it
Right.
works with all the Rock Band instruments. You hook up to your PC and you can download any song, all fan done, and it works well.
But
Well,
can I do it on my TV though?
yeah, you hook your laptop up your TV.
But
There's
won't it
these
be out of
things
sync
called
visually?
smart TVs.
No, you hook up to your TV and you tell it to only play on your TV. You don't hardwire it via. We can talk about this offline. People are fucking training.
But everyone needs to know this is a public service announcement.
I know.
But I bought a cheap guitar, a wireless guitar off our Nellis auction house we have locally in Las Vegas, and I tried a Clone Hero. It works just great. Works great. I bought it because my child wanted to play Rock Band again, and then they moved out, so I had never actually played it. But I played around with it. But Clone Hero works. Just check it out.
Okay.
That's like the best laid plan. You were like, yes, the child wants it, and then it moved out. I like that for you.
All right.
I've always the funniest thing when I travel a lot for work. When my child is younger, they're like, "Dad, get out of the house." Now that they're almost 24, I get the text every week. They're like, "Dad, I haven't seen you in a few days. I miss you." And then I feel bad. But hey, I always say if my adult child wants to hang out with their dad, I won life. It doesn't matter.
Did something right.
Or not.
That's true.
Okay, let's get into it. Tonight we're reviewing Obsession. Just came out this weekend. Had a bunch of buzz and it's killing it at the box office. My theater was actually pretty packed for a Sunday afternoon, so I was happy about that. All right, doing a quick plot synopsis. Obsession follows Bear, a shy, socially awkward music store employee who has secretly been in love with his longtime friend Nikki for years. Unable to confess his feelings, Bear discovers a mysterious supernatural object called the One Wish Willow. Nice. That promises to grant a single wish. Desperate for romance, he wishes for Nikki to love him more than anyone else in the world. At first, the wish seems like a dream come true as Nikki becomes intensely devoted to him. But her affections soon spiral into something terrifying. Nikki grows increasingly possessive, unstable, violently obsessive. Turning Bear's fantasy into a nightmare he cannot escape. As reality begins to unravel around him, Bear realizes the horrifying consequence of trying to control another person's emotions, leading to a disturbing descent into psychological and supernatural horror.
I think I disagree with the synopsis a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just something I Googled real quick.
No, I'm just saying, like, the way they were like, he has no control over it. He has some control over it sometimes.
Well, okay. Anastasia, let's start off.
Jump right in.
Tell us what you think about this movie.
I actually really liked it. I don't like anything with animals. I did read about it before, so I was warned. I still don't think it was warned enough. Not fun. Don't does the dog die? But it was fine. I got through that.
Okay, for the record, they don't actually show the act. They show the aftermath for those wondering.
Yes, but I think it's an elongated death.
But yeah, you see a cat corpse for quite a while.
It's very visceral, and what I'll say, it's one of the most realistic views of like an animal passing, I would say, on screen. Where I won't give it away too much, but I think it hit a lot of people hard in the feels because a lot of people have gone through that situation. Their animal coming home to find an animal not living anymore. Their beloved.
Yeah. I was more disturbed by the things she did with said animal.
That's a whole other level, but
and I think that was like done well. I hate it, but I also like respect it. But I really liked it. It got me thinking about that scenario and any other way working. Like there's no other way that you could have done this movie. It had to be the woman. It had to be a white woman. It had to be a white man. Like there's no way can't be a gay couple. It can't be this blah blah blah. So I was just like, this is the only dynamic that works for this, and that is so interesting to me. Even though somebody was like Leviticus, and I was like, no, because that's not. No,
okay. I got a trailer for both Leviticus and Girls Love Girls or Girls Like Girls, like right back to back. I'm like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, I mean Leviticus to me. I mean, again, I was supposed to see it at Overlook, but then I decided to drink instead. But I think right, it's just like you're in New Orleans. What am I going to do? But I think the thing is, like, this is a choice. He is making a deliberate choice for this kind of action to continue to happen. yeah, I think, and I think in Leviticus, it's not a choice. It's something that's like done to them.
That's for reference. That's another movie that's coming out soon that we both we saw a trailer for.
I saw the trailer for that one too. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think she is an amazing actress. Her movements will stay with me forever, and I cannot wait till I'm over somebody's house and I can just be in a corner like that and do that. I like it. It's
Is it run around with a flower pot in front of your face?
Oh my gosh, yes. Like I have so much things that like I just want to take from that moment. I'm excited.
Love it. All right, Mondo.
Yeah, I love this movie, and I think the more I've heard discourse about it and people are really talking about it, the more I've actually kind of loved it. The more I think about it. Indy Navarette, I was kind of just stunned to find out that she doesn't really have a she was in Superman versus Lois it looks like, but she hasn't been in a ton of stuff, and she was just phenomenal in this. The way she snapped back between personalities or emotions or whatnot. I actually like the whole cast, to be honest with you. I do find it really interesting. I think you could probably like vet a potential suitor based on if they think Bear was the victim or not.
Ooh, does anybody think
so it's the Rorschach test? Yeah,
there's a lot of discourse about Bear still being a victim, even though what he went through. And granted, I think it's okay to be sympathetic towards him at points because he's still doing this horrific thing, but he still caused this to happen and caused this woman to fall in love with him against his will. And it's hard to say because like his only option was to die, right? That's really his only option to end the curse or get someone else to make a new wish. But it's easy for me to watch a movie and be like, oh yeah, dude, you should just kill yourself and save the girl. But he doesn't do that until his life is in so much shambles that now he decides to do it because he figures he can just push through this, even though. And I think that turning point for me was, and this is going to be, I'm going to give a spoiler here. So if you guys don't want to hear spoilers, I'd fast forward a little bit here. But when she's laying in bed and she begs him and you hear the real her come out, like she's trapped inside this body that she can't control and goes, please kill me. Like, just kill me. He just leaves. And that was the part that really bothered me, that he just didn't even care, it seemed like.
Yeah, that part, yes, for sure. Took me to a place where I was like, I don't respect you anymore. But it was when they were like, she was like standing in the hallway and he was standing there and she says something to him and he says something like, why can't you just love me or something like that? Or it was the way it's something like, why couldn't you just love me or something like that? And I was like, oh no, you're
well, throughout the movie, he's more worried about, does she really love me rather than is she okay? So like when she calls to cancel the wish, he asked them, is this love real?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Not how can I make this better for her? Like he's not concerned about her. He's concerned about like, oh, is this a genuine like affection for me? How does this work for me, not her?
Yeah, and I don't know, like I didn't feel bad for him. I felt like he chose this. Like, there's certain people, and I don't even think he's like that bad guy that to me, like when I saw Is God Is, there was a moment I was like, oh, and then I was like, ew, why would you feel that way? Like he was so charismatic and so charming that you're like feeling, I don't know. I didn't feel that with him. I was like, you're manipulative and you had like a good woman and it wasn't enough for you.
And that's kind of when it twists a little bit too, when you find out because they do plant these little seeds, right? That and I forgot the character name, but Megan Lawless's character. I thought she did a fantastic job in this too.
Amazing, yeah.
When they definitely have that dynamic, you can tell she really cares for him. But I think they're kind of playing off the nice guy trope, right? When you have like the nice guys that are like, I'm such a nice guy. Maybe you're not as nice of a guy as you think you are, because a nice guy or truly nice person, like if wouldn't do this, if that makes sense. I mean, granted, he didn't know what the result was going to be. Like in his moment of desperation, he used what he thought was going to be a fake joke. But then when it turns out to be real, I think sometimes like good people have to make a really fucking hard decision. And his decision was to pretend like everything was okay. And I just didn't like that about him. But I think that's what you're meant to think about him. I don't think it's anything radical.
Yeah, and I also don't think he tried that hard to get out of it or try to find help or try to find anything. He was happy with the aspect of her being obsessed and attached to him. He just wanted it at his control. And I think from the very beginning that was very unattractive and very like I didn't find him to be a nice guy, to be obsessed with this woman and make it like from the very beginning, and just not, it was the idea of her, it was never about her.
Right.
And it was not her being a real person to him. And I saw that really early on, because I was just like, this could be anybody, and you just want to control the situation. You don't want to see what's around you, like what's going on around you, what could uplift you, what is there. And I mean, he didn't even know his best friend was fucking her. Like,
and it's kind of the classic kind of incel thing, right? That you want something you can't have, essentially, and you don't understand why they don't want you back, and you don't let it go. Like, the reality of it is like he should have just let, in a good humor, would just be like, oh well, guess what? We're not meant to be together. Life goes on. I'll figure out something else, whether there's feelings there or not. But he can't understand why she wouldn't want him, because he's the nice guy. Unrelated, can we talk about all these people work at like a music shop, and they can all afford these nice houses?
Right. And they really need 4 people plus the owner.
That's a lot of people. Also, in LA, I know they're not supposed to be in LA, but they clearly are, because every shop in it I know and have gone to.
I read on IMDb that music store is the same one from Wayne's World.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Stairway. Denied.
30 years later, but yeah.
I like the friend too, though. I did like the friend too. I want to say I did like his male friend as well, who's kind of a realist in a way. I like how, sorry, I don't like him as a person. I like how they portrayed his character.
Oh, I was like,
I like how he was like the classic like dickhead friend. That I like how he was played. No, I didn't like him as a person. No, he's not a good person.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, he's not a good fucking. He's not a good person, because also, like, if your buddy is into this girl that you're casually having hookups with, and you're not telling him about that, or if you knew your friend is really into this girl and she's kind of into you, that's a conversation you got to have like with your buddy beforehand and be like, dude, like, she's into me. This
has been years of this, right? This has been years of him doing this. The movie literally opens with him critiquing how he's going to talk to this girl,
right?
With you,
and you got to think he almost
looking back on that.
Sorry,
looking back on that though, he's like trying to coax him to fail. He's setting him up to fail.
Yes,
like,
I was about to say.
Friend.
He tells her to call her by a nickname he hates.
Shit. Yeah, he's too chicken shit to tell him the truth, so he's going to set him up to be humiliated.
Well, imagine this at the beginning of the movie. True. He's just like, bro, let me level with you. Like, she's not into you. Her and I have been connecting for years, off and on. That'd have been the end of the movie. Credits could have rolled, and the movie would have been over.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
and no one's life would have been ruined. Also, just real fast. Also, one of the most brutal death scenes I've ever seen in a film. I fucking loved it. And the ending is one of the bleakest endings and one of the best credit rolls I've ever seen. So I'm just gonna say
that. Yeah. We'll get into that. My take is, the guy came off very pathetic, to start off, and I'm like, this is kind of the main character. So I'm like trying to grasp onto something,
right?
And when he makes that, because he's even like so pathetic, he's like, oh, she lost her crystal necklace, I'm gonna go get her a new one. I'll just say to his credit, he didn't know the wish thing was actually going to work. Like, it's so stupid, like in a realistic way. It's
I don't have a problem with the wish part. I think I have a problem with
thing that happens very quickly after.
Well, I just think that also his philosophy, or like his feelings or ways that he was like coming at her from the get was just like objectifying and weird, as a woman like that. I would feel like, there's certain people that you're like, like either like man up and tell me, or like leave me alone and don't like obsess over me, put me on this pedestal and not let me exist. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she felt that.
His,
she felt it. How
in
could
his
she
brain,
not?
he felt like he deserved her.
Right.
And that's a really fucking dangerous place to go.
Oh yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
And
Now,
like, he didn't have a problem with her being in love with him. He had a problem with not being able to actually control the situation. He wanted to control her. And if the wish had been like, I can control her, he'd have been fine.
He'd been fine. Yeah.
Totally. You know, I've said, we've talked about this before because there's a Tales from the Crypt episode. I think it's called Love to Death, which deals with a love potion scenario. And I never really usually liked it. It's usually about wish fulfillment for the man, and without any real care for the woman. It's like, oh, ha, ha, ha. You know, this man gets to make a woman, you know, his love slave or whatever you want to go there.
Yeah.
But this like perfectly takes that trope and just takes it to such an extreme level of, if this really did happen, like what is the realistic outcome way possible. I also thought a lot of the movie Companion from last year, you know, of man partners controlling their sex bot in that movie. Brought me back to there. And now you're kind of making me think about this though. If not to say I want the sequel or anything, but they could do a sequel, and it's like all these different types of couples, you know, making their wishes. You could have, you know, it'd be obsessions.
But the director actually talked about the potential to make this like into a series, like a TV show, where each one is a different person making some different kind of wish and how that wish affects their life.
I'm okay with it being like a one wish Willow thing. I think the obsession part will get how Creep Show Creep Tapes is getting, where I'm like, it's enough. Is it Creep Tapes?
With Mark Duplass.
Yeah, I was like, how many times can we see this guy do the same thing? I don't want to see it anymore. Like, so if I had an obsession series, I'd be like, stop showing me obsessed people. But I could see it as a fan, you know, like a fan wishing that like a celebrity would actually give them the time of day or something like that.
Yeah, like a pair
or even probably, man, I thought of someone like breaking it saying, I wish like the Dodgers would win the World Series this year, and it happened, but it happening is a series of events that fucks his life up to get to that point or something like that.
I also love that too. Like, I think that's really creative, but I was thinking more like how fans obsess over people, and then like, okay, so then the real person is now obsessed with you. It's not the persona of the person. It's not this superstar that you see. It's the person and how they are. I think that would be but like any other scenario, I'm just like, it would be too much. I think it would just be too much. A guy being obsessed with a girl, that would be hard to watch, you know. His
idea was more so the scenario of it's a monkey's paw, not so much like obsession, but just people having a wish and how that wish, whatever it may be, negatively affects. And there's years ago, there's an online series I was reading about a genie, and people ask for wishes, and every time they get their wish, but it was like one they wish to be famous, and they were famous because something happened and like a shooter came into their building and killed them first, and that's how they killed them. That's how they became famous. Like someone like that, how those wishes could go wrong, and kind of be careful what you wish for. Scenario, I guess.
Yeah, I would be down. I'd watch that.
Yeah. Now there were a couple moments that were illogical, at least to me. Well, you know, that's kind of the thing I go through. You know, they're playing that game. It's like Jenga, but with like dares.
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, I have that. I have that. The truth or dare Jenga.
Okay,
the naughty one. Like
he like pulls one and it says kiss the person to your left. Now, why would he actually say that out loud? Just make up something else.
Well, because he was. I don't know. Like I think you're overthinking that. I think he just said what's on it, and he could have blown it off and been like, "Nah, I'm not gonna. That's my girlfriend." And that'd have been the end of it.
I think he knew that I would think that he would know that would trigger her. And
at that point, he would know he was fucked.
I mean,
Jason, if I pull that, you're sitting to my left, you're getting a smooch on the cheek. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, but that's not the situation he was in at the time. The situation that he was in.
And then
like,
my wife
she
will
was-
kill you later, but it's fine.
Yeah, like,
Right.
but like at this point that she's unhinged. Like when he brings her to that party, it's far into the unhingedness. Yeah, I do understand like why like it is weird that he would say that, but obviously plot. That's why.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's kind of a dipshit anyways.
Well, he even does, but he does say it reluctantly, like, do I want to say it? He still says it, but yeah, that's kind of like one of those bad, like, you could have said anything there. You're right.
Let's see, the other
and
one.
then they could have corrected him and been like, wait, but it says, and then it could have been a thing.
Right, yeah, they could
have still done it. Yeah.
But like personally, I was thinking what he could have done is just ran over and sat next to next to his girlfriend and then kissed her and then walked back where he was, and then it would have been. He's not a slick guy. He's obviously not a socially awkward guy. So,
okay. Also, after that scene in the car where she attacks Sarah, at that point, I'm just calling the cops. I mean, you haven't done anything. You can just blame it. I mean, if he wants to take it to the conclusion of I just need to get away from her, that's your best.
But he doesn't want to get away from her. He just wants to control the situation.
Exactly.
At that point,
that goes, but that goes right back to Anastasia's point, saying he wants to be in control. Like his need to be in control is deeper than his worry about the police at this point.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think he cared that much about that friend, which is so sad because she really gave a shit about him.
That was a really in the car between them was like a really like great moment, and I felt so bad for her because she's letting her heart out here. Huh? What's that?
I totally were you guys expecting that to happen? I really was. Because they kept showing their heads, you could see the background.
Oh yeah. 100%. Yeah.
I knew something was gonna happen. I knew something was gonna happen the way they shot it. But it still kind of caught me off guard a little bit because I expected something to happen. I didn't expect it to be as violent as it was.
Well, I thought she was going to go unhinged on that girl. Like just knowing females and just like how brutal it could get if you were at that point, like that would be, it would be.
I expected it to be bad, but it exceeded my expectations of violence, and that's pretty rare that a movie does that. You need to hang
out with women more. No,
I hang out with my wife, and she's chill, so
she's trying to be chill around you. Just know on the edge inside her mind is the true crime she watches all the time.
She does watch true crime. She only hits me when it's consensual, though. It's fine.
Okay.
Now that scene also like mirrors the earlier one where he makes the wish, and you kind of see like you're seeing it through the car windows. Now again, I want to talk more about the ending because I think he has one more stick, and I'm like, just take the stick to any random person, say I'm gonna give you $5, $20, whatever, and just make this wish.
I 100% thought like, why didn't you just go to a person, an unhomed person, and be like, I'm going to give you $200 so you can eat. And could you just make this wish?
Yeah. I'm like,
I get his mentality about going to his best friend. But at this point, his best friend thinks he's psycho and his girlfriend is psycho. And he says, and literally he says, I want $1 billion.
Because at this point, you know that they're fooling around with each other and they've been lying to you.
Does the friend know that though? Yeah.
Because
Sarah does that point. Okay, I don't remember that. But still though, like I get where he's coming from on that.
I mean, it's a movie. I get
his
that.
brain,
but also
he thinks that's a sure bet.
But also, you know that the wishes don't turn out the way they're manipulative wishes, right? And so you're gonna make your friend do that, and you are gonna know that the outcome might not be that way. And
that's a good point too.
I don't know. Like, I just think, again, he was trying to drag more people into his like messiness and control the situation again. And he can't. That's like,
damn, that's a good point.
I don't know why, like, they were even like talking to each other. Can you imagine talking to your best friend knowing all this stuff was happening? Like, that friendship would be over. Why are they all still talking to each other?
That's very true.
That guy gave me major, was it TJ Miller vibes?
Well, that's a good.
Yes.
One
of my friends today literally was like, "He's so hot." I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
At the end of the day, too, he's the one that kind of wins in this scenario, right? He has $1 billion and has
no, he doesn't
bullet in
win.
the head. Huh? Until he gets
he
a bullet
gets
in the head.
shot. That's right. Jesus Christ. See, we're planning to do Faces of Death, and I was so prepped for that I forgot everything else I just watched 3 days ago.
Well, let's just switch it up. No, just kidding.
Now, also at the very, very end. So a couple things. I read originally.
If we're gonna do ending spoilers. Spoilers here. All right, cool.
Oh, I thought we were spoiling already.
I mean, we
are.
This is like major spoiling. So originally they were gonna have her kill herself or him kill her, some version of that. But then the studio asked that they want her to live, so they reshot it the way it is. And he tried watching both, and he realized it was just more disturbing for her to just be left there devastated.
Agreed.
Now I was expecting her while he's in the act of dying, her to pick up the other wishing willow and make a wish that he would be hers forever, and that he would be stuck with her. Like he would then be under her spell, maybe under each other's spell. So it'd be kind of like a more Tales from the Crypt twist.
I don't think she liked him enough to do that.
Well, no, because he's not dead yet, so she's still under his spell.
No, that's the wish she does make.
No, she doesn't make a wish.
Yeah, because he's in the bathroom, and you hear her break the stick, and that's when he suddenly like perks up because she wished for him to be obsessed with her.
Yeah,
that's literally the ending, Jason.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Yeah,
because you hear the sound.
I thought you meant there was another stick after that, and then she was going to wish for him to come back from the dead. I was like, no, she used her stick already.
Okay. Oh, damn it! I need to rewatch the ending now because that. Okay, so he killed himself to release her because she made the wish.
Then she hears him. She hears her break the other one and make the wish for him to be obsessed with her. Obviously, and that's when like the ending I thought was bleaker than anything I've seen in a while.
So that means that when he decides to unalive himself, it's not his own will. He's doing it because.
No, he tries to kill himself, and after he takes the pills and he's on the bathroom floor is when you hear her break the stick. He's already decided to kill himself.
The switch is happening when he's dying.
That's why he gets up and leaves the bathroom.
Oh, okay. That makes some more sense now.
But I will say, I don't know. The problem with I like how bleak the ending is. I love the bleakness. It reminds me of like Descent or something like that, where you're just like, you're messed up. There's nowhere you can go in the situation. But my concern is if they do an Obsession 2, that they're gonna like unbleak it, like somehow
more comedy,
and then do a Descent 2 where it's not bleak anymore and it's some weird. I loved it.
They shouldn't do that. Oh man, they shouldn't do that. Like even like the little bit of comedy they interspersed in it, like it was uncomfortable comedy. I think the funniest part is when he was trying to buy the second one, and he's in the shop, and the guy goes, "We never sold those." I'm just kidding. They're right there. We have a few left. And they also have this really ambiguous thing they do as to whether the people that work in the shop know it works or not. Like they kept making jokes about it.
Know.
I kind of love how they make it like, is he joking? Is he not joking? But even in that scene, the shopkeeper is being very kind of goofy, but he's still like in fucking terror. And I think it makes it such a like anxiety-inducing scene that I kind of loved.
Oh, 100%. And it does kind of make sense that it would be a person that would sell that kind of thing over and over again would be that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
he's like just super chill about it.
Huh?
Is that the store next to what used to be Dark Delicacies?
Yeah, which is now next to Killer Fitness.
Okay, I've been there. Okay, I recognize the store. I wasn't like, this looks a lot like it. They must have like dressed it or something nearby, but now I'm realizing
literally there. And I was there filming. I was at Killer Fitness filming a movie this week, and I passed by, and they have One Wish Willows in there. They're selling them.
Oh damn! Okay, damn.
It's really kind of cool.
That's really cool because even has like the name of the store. You see it on like a sheet or something. I'm like, that looks really familiar.
I know. I'm like, that's so dope. But it's so LA.
I would never ever at this point. There was a story about someone who was at a movie theater, a screening, and they bought a bunch of those because they had seen it before, and they're handing them out to people as they left the theater, and people were just denying them. I don't want it. I don't want it.
I bought a popcorn bucket and the windrush pillow.
That's awesome. Okay, a couple of other things that I really like. No, okay, I was just being a little bit critical. I really love this.
You always
movie.
are. It's
And
okay.
The way she's shot is so well done. It's always backlit, so you can't really see the front. Is always like in darkness, but sometimes you can see her eyes, kind of like a cat.
Yeah.
You can see her eyes in the dark. That's so creepy.
I love it.
Her performance is amazing. I like that she does this thing where her face is kind of facing to the side, but her eyes are looking directly at you or at him. Like her facial control. And she just gives such an intense performance. Just like I can't remember the actress, but the actress from Smile 2. I was thinking about that a lot too.
Oh, I liked her a lot too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she was in 13 Reasons Why because I watched the first season. I couldn't keep going with that show.
Yeah. And there's so many long shots that are just unbroken, just to squeak out every single bit of suspense. It's not, there's no quick cutting or anything. No, you're seeing it all, all the awkwardness, all the cringe.
Yeah. The filmmaking of it is very clean and very smart in its shots. There's certain movies I walk out and I'm like, I want your shot list immediately. What is this shot list? And it is one of them. Is God is another one that I was like, seriously, where's your shot list? Share it. I need it.
Yeah, this movie, it's like you said, there's a lot of really darkly funny parts, but a lot of it is just brutal. Yeah, it lives up to the hype. I've been hearing things months about this. So
yeah, I mean, what is the discourse? I haven't heard a lot of the discourse. One of my friends did say that she didn't like it, but I think it's mainly the cat.
I understand it. I've seen some negative stuff on it, but nothing crazy.
Okay.
Like anything, there are movies out there that are great movies that people just don't like for whatever reasons, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I just only get upset when people don't like a movie because there was a LGBTQ actor or something like that. That's when it's you're a piece of shit. But some people say no. I do think this movie can fall into the realm of being overhyped for some people. It's going to the theater expecting this something they get it built up in their heads what it's going to be, then it doesn't match what's in their heads, and they kind of created their own negativity around it, which happens. I get that.
I think it's very dangerous for hype, to be honest. I'm always leery when people forcing a movie on me and they're like, that's so good and blah blah, then I get nervous and I just feel I don't necessarily want to see it, and I definitely don't want to see it with anybody that's hyping it up too much.
It's anytime you see a poster scarier than The Exorcist.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah, I just give up on it. And I do this with my wife too. There's times where I'll be like, oh, I love this movie. And times I'll be like, I love this movie. You will love this movie, because I know her tastes. And I'm
that's different. Yeah.
I'm very apprehensive sometimes when I tell people like Hokum, I'll say right now, is my number one of the year. I loved Hokum so much, but I'm also know that's not for everybody. And some people aren't going to like it as much as I did. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't also that's how I tell people that. I'm like, I loved it, but it's my style of film. It's kind of the slow burn is what I love.
Oh, the style is beautiful. But I did take an edible, so I'm not going to give it a great review, but I will say throughout it, I said, pretty, beautiful, no story, obvious, pretty.
I am very much a style over substance guy. So Lucio Fulci is my favorite director of all time. And he had great style. Does movies make sense? Debatable.
I think it's just too obvious, and I don't mind obvious if we're not saying it's a mystery. Right?
I get
Obsession, obviously there's no mystery. We know what's happening and we're here for the ride. But if you keep going, there's going to be a twist. I already know the twist the moment he says something, and I'm like, I don't. But that's that filmmaker. He is Captain Obvious. He walks in and he goes, here's the secrets and here's the t-shirt. And I'm like, dude, calm down. Don't sell me the shirt yet. I want to see the movie. Let's go on the ride together.
I love that. Here's the t-shirt line. I'm gonna steal it.
What is it? Oddity? I was like, as soon as the guy picked up the phone, I was like, well, he did it. So What are we doing?
It's
Just said one word. He was like, hi. And I was like,
I'm also an old pro wrestling fan, so my brain will fill in the gaps of logic because I've had to do that my whole life to make wrestling make sense for me.
Okay, I think we set a breakthrough for you. All right, let's do our episode of reading. We do 0 to 5, 5 being the best, 0 being the worst. You can do half points. Anastasia.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
A 4. Okay, Mondo.
I'm gonna 4.5, and man, and only because like overhearing people talk about it, I almost bumped mine up to a 5, but I still stand firm in my belief that if I don't think 5 the second the movie ends, then it can't be a 5. It's got to be a 4.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 4.5 right now. I mean, I only saw a couple hours ago, so I might be a little high on it. You know, for recency bias.
You're snorting it right now, and that's okay.
I don't know. I just watched Faces of Death. I love that one too. So I've been on like a good roll lately.
I mean, talk about actors. Like that guy ate that. He ate it.
Yes.
I mean, he may have ate her up a little too much.
Let's do let's take a break for a quick shout out.
Hey guys, I'm Lulu Wilson from Becky, and I have 2 things to say. Nazis can fuck off, and you are listening to Dads From The Crypt.
It's good advice. It's really solid. I like that. Yeah.
All right, Mondo, give us your song of the day.
That should upset some of our reviewers who say we're too woke. Thank you so
they're
much.
still here.
You can do it. This is no we have no filter.
We're just rage watching, and I'll take as many views and extra listens as we can.
I want to just be like, what's his name for? Oh my god, wait, never mind. I already forgot his name. What's the actor in Mortal Kombat? The lead.
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban.
I
was going to say Keith Urban. I was like, no.
You're
all right.
I have had to unthink that many times. That I'm not Keith Urban.
No, but I love his put on his glasses with the middle finger thing. I love it.
Yeah, I would actually watch a whole movie called Uncaged Fury. Just give me that movie. I don't know. Mortal Kombat 3.
My favorite part of all Mortal Kombat 2 was that little scene. It's so funny.
Yeah, I actually think he's amazing casting, and I just don't ever want anybody else to play him. Maybe.
I really loved that every now and again that his accent would come through.
Yeah, you know why? Because he was around another person with his accent.
Oh, no, it's funny.
It's the same thing with the boys. Like, he can't help it.
Shout out though, this week season finale, the series finale, The Boys is coming out, and that is the most terrifying TV show on TV because that is what certain people want for our world. But it's a whole nother story. There's our comment, Jason. There's gonna be our negative woke comment on the podcast. Yeah, I was totally not prepared because, again, I thought we were doing Faces of Death, and I was prepared for that one. But this one, I'm just going to go back because this week, for anybody that's going to be there, I know at least one of our listeners are going to be there. I'll be in Baltimore for Maryland Death Fest to see all kinds of metal bands and also to eat so much seafood. I'm very excited about the seafood.
Yeah, some crabs, right?
Crabs and oysters, and I live in Las Vegas where we're kind of landlocked. We don't get the best seafood here in Las Vegas, and it's expensive for decent ass seafood, But anyhow, so a couple years ago, the first time I ever went, I saw a band called Sodom, and they released their first record was "Obsessed by Cruelty." So I just looked for something with the word "obsessed" in it. That's the first that popped in my head. One of my favorite songs off there is the first track that's not the intro, called "Death Like Silence," which is also what the Norwegians use. Euronymous used as his first record label back when black metal took off back in the early 90s. But the fun thing about this record, and here's where I'll just geek out for a second, is they recorded it in Germany, and that release, they scrapped it because the recording quality was so terrible. But that somehow got pressed to pretty much every release, except for a European label called Steamhammer, which released it with the second recording they did with the extra track on it, which is a much better recording. And so if you listen to purists, they'll tell you if you want to hear this record properly, you have to track down the Steam Hammer release from 1986. So 1986, Sodom, one of the bands from the golden age of German thrash, when you just had these bands that are doing shit that better than America was doing, but no one cared because they're from Germany. This year I'll be seeing Creator and Destruction at Maryland Death Fest, which are the two other bands that kind of fill that trifecta of the golden age of German thrash. There are other bands around too, but those are the ones everybody talks about. So check them out. Sodom, Obsessed by Cruelty, the song Death Like Silence. Great record.
Thank you, Mondo. All right. Anastasia, for our advice section, I thought you could enlighten us on how someone should handle being friend zoned.
Oh.
What's a healthy way you think someone should take that situation?
I guess it kind of depends on if you want to be friends or not, or if you're just going to walk away from the situation, right? I if I feel like I'm not going to be able to be in that situation, I will leave it. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to still feel feelings and I'm going to feel like I feel like that's just torture to try to be a friend, when you've been friend zoned. But if you do find that like it's important, that friendship, and you want to keep it that way, and I feel like you have to start distancing yourself from that like romantic feeling, and that one of the ways is how you hang out with each other. Like it's it's got to change. You can't be trying to be that way, and I think sometimes people get, especially with like the opposite sex, they get into this almost like relationshipy mode without the sexual tension, and then that's when you have to kind of stop that if you guys are not gonna explore that. Like it's a group situation, it's a fun situation, it's a friend, it's like you got to change it. My therapist always says, not everyone is everything to you, Anastasia. Some friends are just brunch friends. Some friends are acquaintances. And like categorizing that, I think is when you have to really do that. Otherwise, I just walk out and be like, yeah, I'm done. I don't need to be around this person. But that's...
I think if you're a male too, like don't be a friend just thinking, oh, one day I'll break them down. No, that means you're not a friend. You are not a good person.
Right. Like, and that's why you can't be a friend. Like if that's your feeling, I'm going to wait till they're going to be okay with me, or I'm going to break them down, or they're going to realize, then it's better you not be around them. I just feel that's just unhealthy for everyone involved. And that's how you get a One Wish Willow situation.
Right. I mean, if you are in that situation, I mean, if you want to keep being friends with that person, you have to set boundaries, and the expectations.
Yeah, and change the way you move around each other. It's just obviously I mean, most of those situations, I feel like you've gotten into a weird, confusing line. So define it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been married for so long that I haven't had to worry about friend zone in 20 some years. So.
Or you've been nothing but friend zoned for 20 years. That's the true thing, because you know what I mean?
I have friends I definitely don't do the same things with. I'll put it that way.
Mono, we're not supposed to talk about that.
Hey man, it's a long distance relationship. It's different. It's okay.
Gotta do what you gotta do,
All right. Anastasia, thank you so much for coming on, especially last minute. Can you tell us what you've been working on? Anything you want to plug?
Sure. Yeah, I just actually did. I just wrapped on a film with Jessa Flux. It's called Pretty Brutal, so it's gonna be coming out. Got Comic-Con coming out, and my film that I'm in, Grind, is doing all kinds of stuff. We got Chattanooga Film Festival, and we got some international film festivals going on. So, we get around.
What are you going to be at Chattanooga Film Festival?
I'm still kind of on the fence, because I really do want to go to Chattanooga, because I love Chattanooga, and I can just hop over to Dollywood, and that's always like my motivation for everything, is to go to Dollywood. So I'm not sure yet, but because we got into some international ones, and I was like, well,
That's pretty cool,
we
too.
might have to be choosy. But
Jody and I go to Chattanooga every year, so if you come,
Do
if
you?
you're there, well, yeah, we
Okay.
it's always a fantastic time every year, and
That's what I hear.
yeah, it's
I want to
always
do
a great
that and
time.
Fantastic Fest for sure this year, but
Chattanooga is definitely like it's a DIY fest in the best way possible. I mean, it feels like very organic and I always have the best time there. So if you're if you make it there, I'll say hi.
yeah. I'm still like on the fence. I kind of am drawn to it, but I'm like, you gotta be kind of good and choose.
I understand that too.
Just to go back for a second. So yeah, I've been actually hearing things about Grind, mostly through James A. Janice on Dead Meat. But that's a horror anthology, which I'm like, gets me excited already.
Yes.
Directed by Ed Doherty and Bea Grant, or Brea
Grant.
Bea Grant.
Yeah.
It's about, I heard it's like different people working different types of jobs, hence Grind.
Yeah, it's kind of just like about the work economy now, horror comedy, although it gets pretty intense, like pretty gritty. But it's still got some really good comedy in it, some great comedians.
Barbara Crampton, Gigi
Yeah.
Salguero.
Yeah.
Lots of cool people. So that's one I'm actually really looking forward to. So when it comes out, maybe we'll have you back on.
That would be great. We actually started out as a short film and did a festival run with it and then expanded the anthology. So originally it was MLM and then it expanded to Grind. So nice.
When does it come out wide?
Well, I know that they just are going to two big international distribution selling festivals. So I think we're still trying to figure pitches and bids out.
Hopefully by the end of the year.
I think so. I think the two big ones that they got into, they're definitely gonna find some home. I mean, I was automatically thinking Shudder because Brea is a Shudder girl. She's been Shudder loves her, and as they should. She's in a lot of documentaries on that, and she has quite a few of her films on that. But who knows at this point?
Cool.
Yeah, it's a weird industry.
yeah.
And then where can people find you on the socials?
At Anastasia Wash on Instagram is probably the best place. I am too active on there, so yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate everyone for listening. We'd really appreciate it if everyone would give us a rating or review on iTunes or rating on Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us at Dads From The Crypt Talk on TikTok. And with that, I thank you for listening to Dads From The Crypt.
Follow Dads From The Crypt on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or I will follow you to the grave. No, seriously, you really should watch. But be careful what you ask for. You may get it.